What do you do, my raza? Your boys coming through once again with a new video. In today's video, we're going to talk about Wack 100 calling Blue Devil and basically setting the record straight. The reason why Wack 100 called the Blue Devil is basically because apparently Blue Devil had run his mouth and said that Wack 100 was scared during the interview because of the type of Southsiders that were in that building, referring to himself and those other two guys next to him. So Wack 100 called him and said, "Hey man, we ain't scared. You think if I was scared, I would say that you're part of a movement who's allowed to snitch on the blacks and have no repercussions because of this?" They didn't respond to that, but apparently they want to deal with the issue. They want to squash it because it seems like we just not resolving the issue, man. And honestly, on some real stuff, man, if you're dealing with that type of drama, it's overwhelming. It's too much, man. And you have to think about the safety, because at the end of the day, you don't know what the next man is capable of doing. Even though the viewers love the drama. Come on, tell me you don't like that drama. But at the end of the day, we have to mature, make grown folks decisions in life, and get over this hump. But I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully they get to solve this issue. But one thing I want to bring up that Wack 100 brought up, man, is that he said that the haters mundo, they're a bunch of hypocrites. The reason why is because they're trying to say, oh, we're not racist, right? And he said, a bullshit. You guys are racist because tell me of a Mexican who hasn't said fuck the mayate, and tell me of a black who hasn't said fuck Mexicans. Because as many of you guys know, man, in prison there's riots, and out there on the streets there's guerras between different gangs, you know. But I'm gonna have to disagree in a way with Wack 100, man. It's like they say, business are business. So just because there's a riot in prison because of whatever reason, it doesn't mean that that movement is racist towards that race. Just put it this way. Whatever Mexican movement is out there is not built to go against the blacks. They're not built to go against the blacks. Same as the blacks. Their movement is not built to go against the Mexicans. Now, any movement in prison is going to believe that they're better than the next movement. They're superior than the next movement because of whatever reasons. Whatever reasons, you know? Every movement, that's what's going to believe. And that's why the issues come about, because of the ego of, oh no, this race is not going to tell me what to do, man, screw this. And that's how things happen, you know, at least somehow, some way. Now on the streets, man, you have to understand one thing. There's going to be conflict out on the streets, and it doesn't matter what gang. It does not matter. At the end of the day, business is business, man. And even though in some cases, like in different counties, you can feel a lot of racism, I feel like nowadays that word is being used to the extreme. If you don't give an individual something, they always have to bring the racist card. I've seen it in prison many times. If they don't get a job, if they didn't make it to the canteen, if you don't go to medical, if their cornbread was smaller than the next man, everything has to do about races. On the streets, I have seen it on the video, man. If you don't give them something they want, it's racist. If you don't validate their coupon, even though it expired last week, is racist. And it has to come to an end. And we have to put a stop to this, man. Grow up and be a man. and take your losses. As simple as that. All that racist this, racist that. Come on, man. Miss us with all that stuff, man. Straight up, man. And that message goes straight to Wack 100, man. Be a man. Stop acting like a little girl. All that racist this, racist that. Man, miss me with all that shit, man. Miss all the people with all that shit. Miss all the Mexicanos with all that shit. Straight up, man. Business are business. What you guys were trying to do, Blue Devil, man, that's what's up, man. But at the end of the day, the egos, they get bigger, man. And because of something that somebody didn't like, the other individual make a big deal about it. And it shouldn't be like that, man. If the issue is serious enough, man, why don't you just take it over there and stop fucking calling this guy or going through the putting everything in public, man. You know how shit runs, man. If you were locked up, if you understand how shit's run, if it's not serious enough to bring that issue, man, don't even bring it up. If it's serious enough, well, fucking go handle your business. Simple as that. You know, because all I hear right here is just a blah, 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 blah. That's all, man. And at the end of the day, man, you're looking like a clown, man. Because you're throwing this fake narrative to individuals that can be easily influenced. And now they're going to believe, oh shit, all the Mexicanos are racist towards us, man. Well, in that case, screw all the Mexicanos. It shouldn't be like that, man. Straight up. It shouldn't be like that, man. But the people you're dealing with, the haters mundo, man, they're not going to put up to that. They're not going to raise their voice to that. So why you keep fucking around with those individuals, man? They want to keep it clean. And if they're not with the business, man, who cares, man? Who cares? Again, if you feel offended, Wack 100, do your thing, homie. Straight up. All that fucking talking, all that fucking recording phone calls, put them on the internet. That's hyna stuff, man. That's lame stuff. So at the end of the day, who's snitching? Because you're saying the Mexicanos were allowed to snitch. The raza was allowed to snitch. So at the end of the day, who's snitching? I believe you're snitching, homie, because you're putting all that videos, all that fucking talking on the internet instead of handling your business like a man and go to the source and handle your business. So I just thought I should drop this video, man. We already know who's Blue Devil. Straight up, man. There's nothing around there, you know. Now, Wack, we already know who's Blue Devil. There's nothing new, right? Now, Wack 100, man, we're getting to know who this individual is as well, right? It's a little hyena who's bringing a motherfucking telenovela in front of us, man. And everybody's loving it. Straight up, man. Straight up, man. Man the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. And be mature, man. Stop acting like little kids and shit. And talking on the phone. And not going nowhere. Just in circles. Not resolving an issue, man. And if the issue is serious enough, go in front of the individual and do your thing. If not, sip it. So with this being said, man, we are gone to next video. Gracias.